Ready?
We're live.
Holy
Fuck,
shit.
man. No
What
intro, no
the
nothing.
fuck?
Dude, it is 8
So,
o'clock, top of the hour here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on
top of
Monday
the hour,
night.
and apparently we're leading in with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It just
Yeah.
happened. Oh my god. This is
Okay,
real
so
right now. This
Mass
is real
Baby
life.
Face is from Canada. Yes, she is from Ohio. Look, what do you see right now? Tell the fans right now on the podcast, what are you looking at right at this particular moment?
Nikki Cross holding that belt above her motherfucking head in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Nikki Ash. Nikki Ash.
Ash.
Yeah.
Nikki
So
Ash.
wait, are you saying that Nikki Ash cashed in the Money in the Bank and has become the WWE Women's Champion on Raw?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
So live right here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, just saying that we not only have a new Raw Women's Champion who won the Money in the Bank last night, who actually watched Charlotte win the Raw Championship last night just to get beat on Monday Night Raw.
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's what just
ladies and
happened.
Well,
I thought they were gonna fake
Vince
us out.
McMahon has lost his fucking mind.
I thought they were gonna fake us out because like how they like
Yeah.
like they'll like do that shit all the time, but like no, it wasn't a fake out. She really just cashed
Yeah.
in.
Wow, man. Vince McMahon has lost his fucking mind, ladies and gentlemen.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. We are your hosts, and we're
just fucking
completely
came out of
befuddled. We are speechless, and we have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Look. Let's do this real quick. Let's get it fucking our wits about us. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. That shit is crazy, man.
Well,
I guess we're not gonna have a fucking intro.
I guess.
I guess not, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason I can get the intro to start, so fuck it. Let's just go with the flow, man. Let's just ride this shit out. Tony. Wow, man. Shane, shut the fuck up. Shane's in the chat right now. Bad Blood RKO still sucks. Shane, if I suck, you swallow. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise Triple B Bad Blood, joined by Tony the Bern and our Canadian, and I'm also Canadian, so it does sound weird to say that, but our Canadian co-host, the Mass Babyface. Welcome, brother.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And this girl right here to our right, on the bottom, underneath Tony the Bern, is the newest member of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. She made her debut on a special edition. Ladies and gentlemen, that is DS. Hey, what is up?
What's up? Thanks for having me also.
She's a little shit, gentlemen. So
Oh yeah.
get the fuck out of her DMs. She is not interested in you in any
Yeah,
way,
seriously,
shape, or
can we not? Can we go one show without
So,
one show, please?
Well,
all
then
we
Shane
ask.
has to shut up. We can't have Shane. We can't have Shane in the podcast. So look, man, we were gonna start the show off talking about the amazing. I just gotta say, I was really expecting the pay-per-view to be shitty.
Yeah,
but 44,197 people showed up and made that pay-per-view fucking rock.
Yeah, it was awesome.
From top to bottom, it was great. Well,
It really was cool.
I shouldn't say top to bottom was great because this match fucking was horrible. The Money in the Bank match. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we're just gonna get the spoiler out of the way. Nikki, almost superhero. That's what the ASH stands for. Almost a superhero. She won the Money in the Bank last night. And then she fucking cashes in on Charlotte Flair, who beat Rhea Ripley for the championship last night, just to lose it tonight to Nikki, almost superhero. What in the fuck is going on in wrestling today?
That's so fair.
I don't know.
Man,
I don't know.
So give us. You watched it. Yeah, you watched it. Tell us what it was like to see that shit.
Just now?
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Right now.
I don't think she should have won, and I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I just felt like Liv or Zelina should have won it for some reason. I don't know. I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I like Nikki. I just don't get this. I really don't. I'm surprised that just happened. My mind is blown.
Have you seen Vince?
Yes, Shane. Vince is high.
Have you seen him?
Yes, Vince is
high.
high.
Have you seen
Shane.
him since 1989?
I mean, fair enough, I guess. He definitely. I don't know. I just don't. I just don't know. I just don't know. I felt like Liv was so over. I don't get it.
I mean, the easy explanation: Bruce Pritchard, John Laurinaitis, Vince McMahon, the unholy Rider trio of terror.
Why a superhero gimmick? I don't know. It's not. It's done cheesy on purpose, and I don't understand that. If that make, I don't know. I'm not buying into it. I guess.
I mean, so the last time they obviously the last time they did the superhero gimmick, Shane Helms, Mighty Molly, yeah.
I don't understand, man. I don't get it. It's.
I like her. She seems like a very nice person, like all that other stuff, but I just don't get this.
Gimmicks are weak. Names have no imagination. Yeah, you're definitely right about that. Yeah, there was something I was going to mention actually about the names. We'll get to that in just a moment because we're going to kind of do the roundtable rumor mill kind of piecemeal here as we go through the show, and names just happen to be the subject of one of these rumors. So,
well, here's the thing, man. I don't understand why the WWE does this. You put on a really good fucking show. I mean, minus the Peacock screw up, but you put on a really good fucking show. And I'm going to get to the Peacock thing later because that really pissed me the fuck off. But you put on this great show, right? The thing you're like, oh, you think that was great? Wait till you see tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And then you do some complete fuckery. It's like, hey, we just got all these fans to come back. Now we're going to run them away again because
exactly.
Vince is going to Vince.
Vince is going to Vince.
So,
it's not like there's these other two promotions that are running right now who are having pretty good shows in their own right. So, yeah, I mean, no, nothing to worry about there.
So here's my thing. I'm really confused about this because Raw opens up, with John Cena. Cena says he's here to answer some questions. He made a meme-like return, and then all of a sudden he was there to interrupt Roman Reigns' championship celebration, right? Roman was mad, Paul was mad, Michael Cole was going crazy, Pat McAfee was laughing his ass off. Michael Cole probably fucking busted one like all over himself because he's like the head of like the John Cena on my knees club. So basically he comes on and says, in 5 weeks from now, a little event called SummerSlam at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right? He's going to try to break his record-breaking 17 championship by challenging Roman Reigns because Roman Reigns is an asshole. Now, here's my question. Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. How? Okay, let me rephrase this. Let me think about this before I say it because I don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
How in the fuck am I going to challenge for the AEW World Championship on Monday Night Raw? Right? You see where I'm going with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you going to go on fucking Raw and challenge the champion of Friday night on fucking Monday?
Okay.
Like, how does that make any sense?
They're just shooting for ratings.
Well, that's 100%.
Yeah, because Raw ratings are
Rash TV all really over again. Is Vince Russo back?
I think Vince is like on the down low writing shit. Like he happy. He has to be. He has to be doing something. He has to be. Someone is smoking crack in the office. I don't know. But anyway, so Cena comes out, challenges, says he wants a shot, blah, blah, blah. And, the rest of, blah, 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 blah. He'll see fucking, He'll see Roman Reigns on Friday. Can't wait. Okay, so my question is, why didn't you just come out on fucking Friday?
Friday.
Was
Yeah.
he going to show up?
Yeah.
Is he going to show up
Okay,
on
fair.
NXT and do the same thing?
Fair. That's
It's
very
like, fuck,
fair.
NXT.
That'd be
is
kind of
Tuesday,
funny
show
if
up
he
there
did,
too,
though.
you know?
Honestly,
I want him to now. I want him to show up on NXT.
that would actually be really fucking funny. Where he just goes to every show because he's not actually sure where Roman Reigns actually is. So he's
Right?
like
He's
just
like, I
going
don't
to
know.
random arenas all over the country trying to find him. Like
He's like, "It's
that would
SmackDown
actually
on
that would
Tuesday? I don't
legitimately
know."
be really funny.
It would actually.
Hey, because back
Back
in John Cena's day, SmackDown was on fucking Tuesday. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
He's like,
he
I'm
doesn't
That's
fucking
true.
I don't know
post,
where to
still
go.
running around with
Yeah.
the same jorts on. Dude wearing jorts. Hey, what does it fucking say?
I feel like hasn't he
Like
made
the
fun of
70s,
his
the
own
80s
jorts?
call, they want their clothing back.
I'm pretty sure
I
he's
don't
made
know.
fun of his
I
own
don't know,
jorts.
but yeah, it's
McAfee thinks smoke too much weed.
yeah, Toby. I think that's true. Mike, I think smoked too much weed.
Mhm.
He was funny though. I mean,
I
I
thought
like
it was
him better than I like fucking
I
Jimmy
like
Smith.
that.
That's for sure. And speaking of Jimmy Smith, tonight, Bobby Lashley has an open challenge for the championship, and then the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair will have her championship coronation, and then get robbed. But we'll talk about that later because
Yes.
DS right here kind of gave us a scoop. And for those who are watching at 8 p.m. right now and you haven't seen that, it's not a prediction; it's a spoiler. And
My bad. It just happened as we were watching. Like
we didn't even do our intro. We're just like, fuck it, let's get on the air because this is some important news. And yeah, it was kind of pointless. Like Edge doing that. Like I really would have hoped Edge would have challenged for the NXT title.
You know what though? That was actually legitimately kind of clever. Just because, yeah, there's probably no chance that it's going to happen, but to, create some doubt, to at least
exactly.
present the possibility,
So this was a weird thing.
tight.
And Diaz, I know you watched it already, so I want you to explain to me what this was all about. 6-man tag team match. Riddle and the Viking Raiders, the Viking Experience, the fucking War Machines, the War Raiders, the Raiders of the Lost Ark, whatever the fuck they're getting called this week.
Raiders of the Lost
versus the Raw Tag Team Champions, AJ Styles, Omos, and fucking John Morrison with the Miz. Fucking Johnny Drip Drip with his drip stick.
With his drip stick.
Byron Jackson's a fucking idiot. Let me just say that right now. Because anytime you call someone America's Moist on it,
Oh god.
I wonder if Vince is in his earplug, like, say the word moist. Say moist.
Oh god,
Moist.
I'm sorry.
I can just picture Vince doing that. It's gonna be good shit, I promise.
The sad thing is, I can picture that too. I can actually picture that word for word.
I kind of can too.
When you're backstage in Gorilla and you see Vince sitting in a 3-piece suit with a headset on, and you see Triple H over there in a 3-piece suit with a headset on, and you see Ryan Katz over there in board shorts and a t-shirt, you can tell who's having fun with their job, right? But when you see him, he's like yelling and screaming into the headset, like, say the word moist, say moist, say moist. You can just imagine they're like, fuck, man.
And again, I can picture this exact scenario. In fact, I'm about 90% sure this has actually happened.
Honestly, you're probably right. I could see it too. He's an odd man. He's a very odd man.
Yes, he is.
He has weird fixations.
I mean, have you read the interview that he did with Playboy magazine?
Probably not.
Yeah, which is where the infamous
jackhammer,
the Leaves story came from. I don't know if you guys are privy to this.
What Leaves story?
Tell the crowd, tell the people listening. They want to know too.
Okay, so he recalled a story. He had Vince was
before you start. Yeah. Hold on, gentlemen. These are Tony DeBurn's comments, and his comments alone. They do not reflect those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Technically,
ahead.
they're the comments of Playboy magazine, and I'm just relaying them. But point taken.
Demonetization, baby.
Oh, trust me, we're way past that point. Okay,
Oh man, we've only been on the
So-
air for 15 minutes, and 14 minutes of that was demonetization.
exactly. So the way he tells the story, he was a teenager. He had to be like 12, 13 years old at the time, and he was going into details about why his childhood was so fucked up with him growing up in North Carolina. So he goes into this whole thing, kind of implying that there was not necessarily. Do I really want to say this?
I'm nervous.
Not necessarily
Fuck it,
incest
say it.
in the family. So basically, there
yeah,
was.
that's right.
Yeah. So he was
Yeah,
basically
it was going
there was.
down.
Yeah, so there was the implication that Vince McMahon had this weird relationship with his mother. And so, yeah. So he basically had this really warped idea of sex.
Okay.
So essentially, he goes into this story. Trying to deliver the story is so awkward, even for me, just because it's oh my god.
Just fuck it. What's the worst that can happen?
It's not like they could sue us.
You're just relaying a story, right?
Exactly.
Let him try.
So yeah, he's because he had this really warped idea of what sex was supposed to be. The first time Vince was with a girl, they were out in some forested area, and when he was apparently about to do the deed, he had this compulsion that he wanted to put crushed leaves into her.
What?
Yeah.
What?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This is a real story. You can look this up.
Yeah, it is very real. It is very real, unfortunately.
Okay. Well,
Yep.
there's definitely something wrong with this man. There's a lot
Yeah.
wrong with this man.
It runs in the family.
Okay. Okay.
It runs in the
Come on,
family.
think about it.
That's one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard.
I know that is not.
And
what I
considering
expected
who
to
we're
hear.
talking about, that's a lot of territory that we're covering.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
That's
Yeah.
insane. That is not what I expected to hear just now.
Yeah. There
You
was
guys are all like, everyone's like in shock.
Look that interview up. There's
Look.
you know what the sad thing is? That's only the surface. It actually gets worse. There's some shit in that interview that you honestly you wouldn't believe.
I believe that.
No.
Well,
I would believe it. I would fucking believe it. Like, you can't tell me any different. Like,
we could do a whole episode on Vince McMahon alone.
I no doubt.
Yeah, well, let's yeah. Let's not talk about that, because that's pretty fucking gross.
No.
Yeah.
I think
going back to
quite enough.
WWE Raw. So
segue back.
DS, you watch this. Explain to me what the fuck happened in this 6-man tag team match when you had Almas, AJ Styles, and Johnny Drip himself, John Morrison, take on the Viking Raiders and Riddle.
I'm not sure.
Now, first off, just I mean, explain that to me.
Explain what? Or you just like in general? Because I don't know.
I mean,
I don't
explain
really
that. Okay, well, there's a part where Omos, who is like 7 feet tall, interacted with John Morrison's dripstick.
Dude, I don't feel like I've seen this then. I promise. I feel like I was walking
Thank
in
God.
and out.
Okay, so apparently there was this
It's
thing
raw.
where John Morrison got squirted with the John Morrison was squirting Omos in the face with the dripstick,
I feel like
and he had it
they've
between his
been
legs,
weird with
pumping it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I feel like they've been trying to be weird with it.
Yeah, WWE is just doing some weird shit, man. Like,
Trying to
like,
push
why would you?
boundaries. They're like trying to be PG, but also push
I'm just-
boundaries.
This
Apparently, you can't push boundaries because if you do, Peacock ain't gonna fucking show it.
I'm
That's what I'm
confused.
saying. Yeah.
Do you remember? Okay, so you know how I said I went back and watched it again because we're like the laggy stuff, and I had read that
Mhm.
they cut something from like Charlotte. It's so weird. Like she clearly like puts her middle finger up, and then they do cut
Mhm.
like the feed for like a second, but when they cut back to it, she's still got it up. Like you cut like a millisecond of her middle finger, but you left like I don't understand it. Like you still saw it is my point. You saw the beginning and the end. You just didn't see the middle, if that makes sense.
It's like
Like,
they're
what
trying
did you
to
even
make
cut?
it. They're trying to make it edgy, and when you
They
make things
are, I think.
edgy, if you're doing it and it's not organic, it looks fucking stupid.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it looks
And that's what we're getting
cheesy.
on Raw tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, once again, Raw stands for really awful wrestling. We always know this. I mean, when you got a match with Jackson Riker versus Elias, and
Mm.
Jackson
Oh my
Riker is
gosh.
still getting a push,
Mm.
like
Well, now I know what to watch when I
It's
want to go to sleep later.
it's one of those symphonies of destruction match, and it's like
You know-
Elias versus Jackson Riker, and it's just I don't know. What do you gotta say about that, babyface?
It wasn't a terrible match. If it had been anybody else, it would have been a good match.
Yeah, I just
It's
don't
just,
like him.
Can't stand to look at his face.
Well,
That's exactly what it is.
that makes a lot of sense because he's a pretty ugly fucking dude. I mean,
Inside and out.
yeah, inside and out. You know, I mean, like the shit that I mean, I don't even want to talk about this fucking match. Jackson Riker won, ladies and gentlemen. We here at the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, we feel that Jackson Riker is completely talentless. He is a piece of shit, and yeah,
Co-signed.
pretty much
Yeah.
that.
Like,
And those are not the Roundtable Podcast. That's me. That's me, the franchise right here. This dude right here.
Oh, that's
me
a
saying
both of us.
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah,
we're
me.
good there. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that makes it
We're
4.
unanimous.
So unanimous. So remember how I was saying that Drew McIntyre was not going to win Money in the Bank because of I said that he was going to get drug out by
Yeah.
by what's this nuts
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal and his little gang. Now I said
Yeah.
that because I already knew. I already knew. I shouldn't have. I mean, I don't make bets anymore because I already know the outcomes of the stuff, so I don't make bets anymore. It would be totally not cool. But I didn't expect it to happen the way it did. It was pretty fucking funny. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm reading about it
But-
now.
Yeah.
Oh, so they literally
Dragged
they
his
dragged him out of
ass
the arena.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, they should have let that fucking Brock Lesnar come back and climb the ladder and get the. He wasn't in the match, but fuck it. The referee should have got it. Should have been Hornet down in NXT. He could have came up and just climbed the ladder and got the fucking belt. I mean, the suitcase or whatnot. But Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are backstage, and Mansoor and Mustafa Ali. Apparently, you're going to be a fucking tag team next week. Who cares? Like I said, Raw, really all for wrestling. Storylines are horrible. Just like fucking Sheamus, the U.S. champion, defending his championship against fucking Humberto Carrillo, who was like the lucha jobber. Like, when's the last time that guy won a match? I'll wait. Yeah, I don't have all night. Oh man, it's ridiculous. But Most importantly, Charlotte's championship coronation went down, and Flair says that Becky Lynch is at home breastfeeding while she's dominating the women's division. Well, quite honestly, Becky Lynch is sitting backstage watching this shit live tweeting on her fucking
Yeah,
Twitter right now.
yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see what Becky? I was gonna say, did you see what Becky tweeted? Like something about how like she was sitting. Like,
When I was looking through all this, yeah, I actually
Mm-hmm.
noticed the story about Becky trolling the fans, which is honestly really funny.
makes me happy.
Becky is funny as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Like the simple fact that she took a picture of the gorilla position was so funny.
That was a Rumble, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was at Mania. It was at Mania.
Oh,
no,
yes,
it was
yes.
at Rumble. It was at Rumble. She took a picture and she was like, and then the Money in the Bank, she was like, I hope someone doesn't get hurt in this ladder match. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Like
standing
I'm here,
outside the
bitches. She took a picture in front of the venue and everything. So she's trolling hard, which makes it even
love
funnier
her.
because I just love Becky Lynch. She's
I really do too.
yeah, she really is the man.
Right?
She's legit the man.
Different breed.
And she's like old school Randy Orton. Like, like people used to wonder if Randy was going to come and strike when he was going to hit the RKO. Becky is the same way. Becky's going to just fuck somebody up out of nowhere.
That'll be so
Like, remember how she did Charlotte the one time when she jumped the guardrail when she had the wig on and pulled the wig off and it was her? I'm waiting for that
was
shit
so
to happen
tight.
again.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
So Rhea Ripley, a rematch. Because remember, the WWE doesn't do automatic rematches anymore. And she lost.
I don't understand.
What-
Like, I don't
Give
know.
us your input. What is it you don't understand?
Well, I like Rhea, and I feel like I don't know why they're. I don't know. I like Rhea personally. I don't know what we're doing.
I like her as well. Honestly,
Nikki.
yeah.
What about you, Mass Babyface? What do you think?
I think Rhea's great, but I feel like a lot of stars, when they come up from NXT, they water them down, and we get like a subpar version of what they were.
Look, classic example. Fucking Keith
They're gonna
Lee.
redo a carrying too.
I've known Keith Lee for a long time. That dude is fucking phenomenal. For a guy his size, he moves like a cruiserweight. He moves like Rey Mysterio. Like, the guy is fucking amazing inside and out. A great worker. For Vince to say, that guy needs to go back down to the training, pal. That guy fucking sucks. Like, do you even watch your own product? Do you fucking watch your own product? You push Jackson fucking Riker, but you won't push Keith Lee.
That's so.
Well,
It's
it's
not
gotta be aggravating. If you're Triple H,
put the
and
champion-
Triple H puts so much behind these guys, and then sends them up and shits all over them.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Oh my god! I just thought of something. Triple H, he has no power in WWE. He married Stephanie so he could become the man, and he literally is regulated to the fucking B brand. I'm sorry, the C. Well, I'm gonna say NXT is the A brand because it's better than fucking Raw. And SmackDown has only got one storyline, so he's regulated to being down in fucking NXT with the kids, so to speak. So I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
I like this comment. I wonder who's making money supplying them with all the guitars. I bet fucking Jeff Jarrett was keeping them single-handedly in business for years.
It's the honky tonk man.
Him too, yeah. Fucking honky tonk man and Jeff Jarrett, man. The gimmick guitar. Honestly, I like the gimmick guitar. It doesn't matter who uses it, just because you can use a gimmick guitar shot on just about anybody and make it look good. Now, when it's not a gimmick guitar shot, then you end up with Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen some,
and that's when things get very, very tragic.
Very tragic, yes.
Yes.
So let's look at this. This is like ridiculous, but they bring up the talent from NXT. They shit on the talent from NXT, and then when they have nothing left, they want to push the talent after they've already shit on them. Classic example. You bring up Rhea Ripley. She's the fourth option to win the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. because this person was out. This person was out. Charlotte was quote unquote pregnant by mistake. Oh no, wait, she's not pregnant. Oh, so there's another issue there. Becky is pregnant. She's not going to be there. You were banking on you were fucking banking on what's her name to come back from pregnancy? MMA chick.
Oh, Ronda
Ronda.
Rousey.
Ronda Rousey. You were banking on Ronda Rousey to come back and save your ass. Ronda Rousey's like, fuck it, I'm pregnant. So Ronda ain't coming back. Right? So now you got nobody. So you give the belt to Rhea Ripley. Why not give the belt on fucking Asuka, man? Like, why take it out? Or better yet, put the belt on like Billie Kay or somebody. You know, put the belt on Carmella, like anybody. But you bring up Rhea Ripley and then you fucking treat her like shit. You give her the championship. You put her in sorry ass storylines.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that because I wanted to bring this up here before we get too much further in. So, like I said, we're gonna kind of do the we're gonna do this piecemeal with the whole the rumor mill. So I just wanted to bring this up, not necessarily to see whether it's you know, quote unquote plausible, just because I think I want to bring this up because we all need to point at it and laugh. And believe me, we are going to be
the raw
doing
product. I'm
plenty
laughing already.
Yeah, well, just wait. Just wait. This particular rumor involves another talent who is about to be brought up and very likely shat on site. WWE is still considering shortening Tegan Knox's name to just Knox on the main roster.
So
They already did.
They did that on Thursday. On Friday, we did the podcast, and Tegan Knox and who's our fucking partner?
Shotzi
Blackheart. Yeah, fucking Shotzi, bitch.
Just Shotzi,
yeah. So yeah, she's now Knox, and
and they dropped Blackheart. It's just Shotzi.
Yeah, DS loves the tag team of Shotzi Knox.
I don't get it, and I hate the Knox. I don't understand. I talked to you about this already. It feels like a weird trying to be masculine, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know how the word I'm looking for, but it's almost like you're trying to sound like Knox. Like, what is that? What does that mean? My name is Knox.
Knox. I knocks people
Whoever
out.
says that.
I'll be knocking people out.
Oh, do not give them any ideas.
Vince is gonna steal it. Watch, that's gonna be her gimmick next week. She's gonna be like, "My name is Knox, because I'll be knocking people out." you fucking watch. I guarantee it. That's gonna
It'll
fucking
make me
happen.
laugh.
Now,
yeah, gender confused. That is fucking true.
Now, speaking of names, so this one again, we're not going to necessarily go on whether we consider this, plausible or whatnot. Again, I don't know that we're necessarily going to point and laugh at this one. I think a lot of us are most probably just going to be confused. Earlier this month, Chris Jericho filed to trademark God of War.
What?
But that's a video game. It's already trademarked.
No. The video game name is not. I mean, it's trademarked as God of War, but it's like, okay. For instance, like I own the name, likeness, trademark, and logo for the franchise player Bad Blood. WWE did a paper a couple years ago. They named it Bad Blood. I sent a cease and desist because I own the trademark, the name, likeness, and logo of the Bad Blood. You know what they did? Dropped 1D.
Yep.
So it's all in the way it's spelled or it's paraphrased. People don't understand that when it comes to trademarking. People are like, oh, trademark infringement because this, and this. No.
Right.
No, like if there's a certain way to do it.
I actually remember you telling this story when we were riding around with Honky Tonk Man that one time.
Mhm.
God of War.
Yeah, because of people like Honky Tonk. That's why when the Warrior came back, he was in WCW. Remember, he was the One Warrior Nation.
Yeah.
He couldn't call himself the Ultimate Warrior. Then he just trademarked the name Warrior, so he owns the name Warrior.
Yep.
Well, he did until he passed away. But so
Yeah.
it's all in the way you're phrasing it. The WWE is pretty smart. Like their lawyers are almost I shouldn't say they're smart because
They got
Aleister
money.
Black is in fucking NXT right now because they forgot to give him a 90-day instead of a 30-day. But for the most part, they're pretty smart.
Yeah.
I feel like they
So
can
I did
pay,
see
like,
something online
people
that
that are
I want to share with you guys.
Sure.
Who do you think is the longest reigning champion in the history of the WWE? Oh, well, no, let me rephrase that. Who do you think has more championships in the WWE right now?
Are we talking total, like no matter what championship?
Yeah, total championships. Total championship. It doesn't matter. It could be fucking Intercontinental. It could be the World Tag Team. It could be it could be fucking NXT.
You mean like the most runs, like all together?
The most WWE championships, past and present. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna take a guess on this one. Actually, you guys give your guesses first.
Don't Google it. Tell me what you think.
Let's help Google it.
I don't know.
National president? Yeah, I don't know. Is it someone more
Throw a
recent?
name out there.
Is it
I
a male
can't
My
tell you.
guess
All
is
I can say
definitely
this
it's
person-
somebody. It's somebody recent. My
Recent?
guess.
Okay.
This person holds more championships than any person in the history of the WWE. No Cheryl, not Miz. Shane, not Bruno.
I swear Miz would have been one of my guesses.
No, not Miz.
If you're going in the direction I think you're going,
I would have preferred it be Miz.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Babyface, you got to guess.
I can't even think who would it be.
Just throw a name
Okay,
out there.
uh,
Junkyard
She's
Dog, I don't care. Throw a name out
Miz.
there. Elias, I don't give a shit. Throw a name out there. Because when I tell you, you guys are going to be like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I've got no guesses. I can't think.
Okay. My guess is that it's R-Truth.
Oh, that makes
R-Truth.
that makes sense.
Are you ready? R-Truth has held the 24/7 championship 53 fucking times.
Oh my god, I didn't even.
So when
think
people
about
say, the WWE doesn't do storylines, the fucking 24/7 championship is the longest reigning storyline.
storyline, that's
Every
hilarious. I
pay
didn't
per
even
view.
consider him.
Which, by the way,
they're the one
Reginald
champ-
won tonight.
Yeah, Reginald beat
Yeah.
Tozawa. But we know at the end of the week, Tozawa's going to lose the belt back to fucking. I mean, Reginald's going to lose the belt back to R-Truth for the 54th time.
Yeah.
Like,
You're right.
like legit. He has won that belt 53 fucking times.
That is so.
And the reason why it's
And
so
then
funny
you
to
add
me
on
is
all the
because-
other championships he's won. Well, fuck.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
I'm talking like the reason why it's so funny to me is because Edge had come on and did a promo about how he's held more championships than anyone in the WWE, and then R-Truth went on Twitter and was like, "I see you in your
Oh my
championship,
god,
but you can't see me in mine."
Dude, I love R-Truth.
Like, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I looked it up 53 times as the 24/7.
That's crazy.
I knew you were going in that direction.
Oh my god!
I didn't
the
even think
shit you
about it.
learn. I swear to God, the shit you
I didn't
learn.
even think about it. That's
You're
crazy.
right.
That's
The
so
WWE, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's
But tonight, Sheamus beat Humberto Carrillo in a non-title match. Reginald did defeat Akira Tozawa to win the 24/7 championship. Jeff Hardy made his triumphant return back to the WWE, back to Monday Night Raw, after being gone for so long,
Mhm.
just to beat the NXT champion Karrion Kross. Bring up the champion from fucking NXT.
That was
Bring up the
weird.
champion from NXT and job him out. Like just job out the guy you built as a fucking monster who beat 6 of the they had that what was it, like a 6-pack challenge for the NXT championship. He beat
Yes.
Adam Cole, Bobby Fish, like all these fucking top rated guys.
Yeah.
And then you bring him to Raw and he gets beat by Jeff Hardy.
It was very confusing. I didn't know.
And Jeff Hardy
Once again,
cheated also.
Yeah, right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we know the Vince McMahon is fucking crazy.
That none of that made any sense.
It didn't.
Cross's entrance was all watered down. It wasn't anything like it was in NXT. He didn't have Scarlett with him.
Why?
I don't know.
I'm so lost.
I'm really lost on this. The WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Natalya and Tamina defeat Nia Jax and why are they doing Shayna Baszler like this? Can someone please explain that to me?
You know how sometimes when we're having a match and maybe the other guy gets a little too amped up, and he decides to take us to Idaho a little bit. So then we get him back into a corner and it's like, dude, do I owe you money or something?
Right.
So in this case, I think the question is, what the fuck did she ever do to anybody? What the fuck?
But, apparently, because she was down at NXT and Triple H pushed her hard, and she was the most dominant NXT champion in history, male or female. Vince was like, bring her up here, pal. We'll fucking shit on her.
Dude.
She must be from Cleveland because I'm going to give her a steamer. Like, seriously.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I
thought
just
you
don't
had to
understand. I just don't understand, man. I mean, I don't understand.
So I'm going to stick up for this one. This is just the beginning for Cross. He'll get his revenge. And plus, Jeff brought back his No More Words theme. I mean, that's
Okay, the
great and
theme is
all.
cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
see, here's the thing about that is, okay, you could have done that with literally anybody else.
Roberto Carrillo.
You could have had Jeff. Yeah, exactly. You could have had Jeff Hardy beat literally anyone. You could have brought up any random member of the NXT roster for one night.
It could have been Reginald.
Yeah.
Everyone else has.
Anybody. But Karrion Kross. That's again, we say that first impressions are the thing that are going to make or break you, whether it's your entrance into a company or your entrance into a match.
Or meeting a girl, Shane, which you have no idea.
So that's the first impression that the Raw audience is going to have of Karrion Kross.
He's a big guy who was against his ass kicked by Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, so you guys remember back when Dolph Ziggler made his debut on Raw, and they literally went out of their way to make him look good. Even though he went down in defeat, they still made him look formidable.
Oh, because you're building someone. You're building a talent? What the fuck is that?
Right. Exactly.
Wait, I'm confused. Is that the way the business is ran? You build someone that way, when you beat somebody in a match, if you're like, I don't get it. Like, okay, I always say this all the time when I book wrestling shows and I do promos. When you do a promo, I'm gonna do a promo on DS. Like, here's it. We're gonna meet in the ring. I'm going to take you out. We're going to go back there. We're going to do what we do. And 2 of us are going to walk in the ring. 1 of us is going to walk out the winner. And that person is going to be me. Now, I didn't bash you and say you were shitty. But if I was like, yeah, she's fucking shitty. She's fucking nothing. Yeah, she's going to come in here and I'm going to beat her ass and she's going to be nothing. So when I beat you, guess what? I beat no one.
Who have you beat?
What did you accomplish?
Yeah.
So now you fucking brought Karrion Kross, the man who destroyed everybody in NXT. Like the dude went through and beat everybody up in a fucking show. Like he beat everybody up.
They
So
literally
what do you do?
made his whole thing where the only one who could beat him was himself due to self-inflicted
Exactly.
injury.
Yeah. Yeah. So
But I
you
mean,
got this guy who beat everybody, and then you just bring him up and Jeff Hardy beats him. Like,
okay,
welcome to
but the
Raw, bitch.
story was there. They had just on NXT. Didn't he choke out Samoa Joe on NXT this week?
Yep.
Or
Yes.
they could have had Samoa Joe show up, cost him the match. Jeff would have had his music, had the win, and that would have made sense.
And you know what? That would have been perfectly acceptable. I would have been cool with that.
And you know what you just did there? You just booked a storyline. Oh, wait, they're not going to listen to you. They don't do that.
But yeah, that would have been perfect. And the crowd would have popped hard for Joe showing up and taking him out.
Yeah.
I would have popped
Yeah, they
out for
would
Joe
have.
showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
And
But
then you
once
have a
again-
storyline that actually has some continuity that you can go circle back onto NXT with. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
That. Oh my God.
Now, if
Those are-
Cross had a beat up Jeff Hardy and cheated, if Cross had been one that cheated, then Jeff Hardy could have went to get him in NXT, and then you would have had a match up there. You would have had some eyes on NXT. But having the babyface cheat, put his feet up, and run away against the NXT champion, none of it made sense. I don't even know.
I didn't even know about that
Yeah,
part.
I
I didn't know about that part until you just told me.
Yeah, it's
So that makes that makes it even worse.
Even
Yeah,
more
it
frustrating.
does.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating because
Really.
like are you serious? Like, do you pay attention to what you're booking there at WWE? Oh wait, you don't. What am I talking about? I'm wasting my time. It's ridiculous. But hey, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's your WWE. That's your welcome to Raw NXT champion. So continuing the trend of ruining NXT wrestlers who are someone. Rhea Ripley comes up. She beats Charlotte by DQ after losing her championship last night. Nikki Ash. Okay, so if you look at Nikki's name, I think that's a play on Kevin Nash's name
Think so?
because she's Nikki ASH. Now the way the ASH A.S.H put the N there, what is that? That's Nash. So Kevin Nash was Oz back in the day, WCW.
Yes.
Look, the
Unfortunately,
BCW
I
Worldwide
remember
Champion,
those.
Just Exciting's in the chat right now, and he says he thinks it's a play on ACH's name. Could be true.
Maybe. I mean,
Or it could just be
those of
Nikki.
you who aren't familiar, I mean, ACH didn't exactly leave on the best of terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost a superhero. He calls himself ACH. True. Okay. So
That's interesting parallel, but yeah.
Nikki ASH wins the championship from Charlotte Flair. This is the first time. At least they didn't do. I mean, we made fun of the whole what's the dude Otis. We made fun of the whole Otis situation. Otis wins the Money in the Bank. First person to never win the Money in the Bank and win the championship. And well, Ken Anderson too, but you know what's really funny? They pushed, and you should have known, like last night, if you watched the pay-per-view, that she was going to win the championship tonight because Michael Cole kept saying over and over and over again, every woman that has won the Money in the Bank has won the championship within record time. Every woman who has won the Money in the Bank has won the championship in record time.
Well, Carmella held it for a while, didn't she?
Carmella won the championship because she had to win the Money in the Bank twice.
Yeah.
So she
I
was
just meant she
like
held it
double
like
Money
the
in the Bank.
briefcase. Okay, I got you. I thought she held the briefcase for a minute.
Oh
I
yeah,
know
she
Alexa
did.
crashed
She
her
held it for
fast.
like I think it was like 2 pay-per-views before she cashed it in. But it's just the way that I don't know. People think that once again, I say this all the time in this podcast, and everyone should know, Vince McMahon thinks you guys are all stupid.
I concur with that. He does.
I mean, I hate to be that guy. I really do, but Vince thinks you guys are all stupid.
And when we say that, we kind of say that on multiple levels. One, it's a malicious thinking that you guys are stupid, where he legitimately thinks that you have zero intelligence. But it's also the stupid where he thinks that wrestling fans in general don't have the intelligence to hold any kind of memory past a week, a day, 12 hours.
That's fair. I definitely agree with that.
It's so funny because this is like, I think this is like Bruce Pritchard running things. Like,
no, it definitely
Bruce
is.
Pritchard and John Laurinaitis together. They're just like, hey, whose thumb can we put in? Who's got the bigger thumb to shove in my ass? Like they're so fucking stupid.
And
they do things.
It's Vince being surrounded by yes men.
Exactly. People who are going to say, no, Vince, that's fucking stupid. What, Vince? We should have a puppet win the tag team championship? No, let's not do that, Vince. That's dumb. Next week you got fucking Alexa Bliss and what's that puppet's name?
Lily.
Yeah. Her and Lily are gonna be the next fucking the Raw tag team champions, not the women's tag, but the fucking Raw. They're gonna beat Omos and fucking AJ Styles clean in the middle of the ring. It's gonna be fucking Lily off the top rope,
like hypnotizing somebody.
Like, did you see what she was doing? She was the best part of the match for me, other than Liv Morgan being the fucking workhorse of that match. She
you imagine
there. Everyone was outside.
Yeah,
everyone's outside fighting, and she just stands under the briefcase, like, fall down, fall down.
Oh my god!
And then they must really hate Selena Vega. They really must hate Selena Vega. Because she's climbing the ladder like legitly. She's up there holding the fucking briefcase. And then Alexa Bliss, who was hurt, remember? She couldn't move. She sprinted up the ladder and just stopped and was like... And they both started doing the mime thing. I'm like, so... I've been in enough ladder matches to know when you get to the top of the ladder, it's the belt or the briefcase you want to grab. I'm sorry, but the whole puppeteer thing, and then she had to go back down the ladder too with her. I'm like,
well,
what the fuck is going on?
That's like the time Brock Lesnar came out and just won the ladder match that he wasn't in. Ali was up there with the briefcase in his hand, and he stood there with his hands on the briefcase and watched Brock Lesnar come to the ring.
Yeah, don't start.
That's fair.
That.
That's fair. I forgot about how.
Yeah.
Blatant.
I'm just gonna hold on to this briefcase and watch Brock Lesnar walk to the ring for 5 minutes.
Yes.
Right.
That's
and then the worst part about it is the WWE. Once again, I think you guys are all fucking stupid. A guy who wasn't in the fucking match won the fucking briefcase.
Yeah.
So basically, what that says to me as a wrestler and even as a fan, dude, I can jump the rail and climb the ladder and grab the briefcase, and then I'm Mr. Money in the Bank.
Right.
Yeah. You don't even need to be in the match.
Don't even need to be in the company. Just a random ass dude on the street. The fucking guy.
It's like that guy.
The guy who cleans the venue at the end of the night. He fucking runs up there, grabs it. Now he's the fucking Mr. Money in the Bank.
This would be equivalent to BCW Worldwide holding a similar Money in the Bank style match, and then all of a sudden you see Johnny Paradise running out of the crowd, going up the ladder and grabbing the briefcase or grabbing the belt.
He would get hit in the face with a fucking wet floor sign real quick.
We love the wet floor sign at BCW Worldwide.
That's my shit. I'll hit him.
It's the gimmick of choice, especially for Bad Blood.
I love it. I mean, that's my weapon of choice, unless it's a fucking 12-inch dildo that I shove down Billy Moon's throat. But
fair.
War games, ladies and gentlemen, war games.
Yeah. So I figured we were probably going to have to address this at some point.
Mike Norton, at the end of this podcast, all things will be revealed about the show.
So we're going to talk about the BCW Worldwide live event situation towards the end of the podcast. Yeah,
Let's just say
mostly
I'm not
because
happy.
yeah,
See-
mostly because
Big
we
Red?
want to stay. We want to
She's not happy
Yeah.
either.
yeah. We want to stay somewhat positive until the end of the show, and if we go into this, then you're going to have me and Bad Blood ranting, raving, cursing, and probably threatening bodily harm on people for about the next
fuck,
half
here we
hour.
Fucking shit.
So we're going to save it for
All right,
later.
we'll save it to the end of the night. That way I can go
Yeah.
fucking rave. I can go hit the gym after this and
Yeah.
throw some weights at walls.
Yeah.
Motivation.
Yeah, it's been a day, man. Like wrestling just this
It's a
Goldberg.
blessing. Well, I was about to say it's a blessing and a curse, and then you bring that up. So there that goes.
I mean Goldberg. I'm just gonna leave it at Goldberg. That's all I'm gonna say. Goldberg, okay?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh
agree.
man. Okay,
Like,
so
Everybody was all like hype or like this idea, I think, about like the Bobby Lashley and like Brock Lesnar coming back for that. And I feel like this is like they were like, yeah, well, second place it. Like, there you go. I don't know. You wanted
Well,
Brock Lesnar
Goldberg
to fight
has-
Bobby Lashley, and here's Goldberg. He's, almost as
I just gotta know
good.
one thing. Is he gonna come wearing the trunks or is he gonna wear his pajama shorts in the ring again? I was like, Goldberg just got out of the fucking hot tub and he was like, give me some boots, I'm good. Like, he gave no fucks in that match. I mean, bro, this is WrestleMania. This is like the showcase of the immortals. This is like the end all be every professional wrestler, except for me, because I never wanted to be a WWE guy. But every professional wrestler wants to be at WrestleMania. Like, they want to fucking defend they want to wrestle in front of millions and millions of people. Even if it was closed circuit TVs, who cares? But it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Everyone comes with their finest. Like, everyone's like, I know a seamstress that works in WWE that literally she's like, I can't make gear for no one else during WrestleMania season.
I think I know the same.
Because everybody, like WrestleMania is like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about who's playing the Super Bowl half the time. It's the halftime show, people. Like you can have the Packers and you can have the Raiders in the Super Bowl, right? And I'm a Packer fan, so definitely I'm watching the fucking game. But you can have like two great football teams in the Super Bowl, and no one gives a fuck about who's winning the game. They're like, who's going to be the halftime show?
Yeah.
That's WrestleMania. WrestleMania is like, the matches are cool. Everyone likes the matches, but what they want to see is how's Undertaker going to come in this year?
Yep.
Who's going to come in? Who's going to fucking rappel from the ceiling like Shawn Michaels did? Who's going to come in a monster truck? Who's going to come in on a chariot like Triple H did with Charlotte and Sasha Banks and Bayley as his little, whatever they were that went WrestleMania? Or
Who's
coming in
gonna
on a fucking
show up?
Harley?
Who's gonna show up in a fucking tank and fuck their
Fucking
wife
Miro.
inside said tank before the show?
To be Miro.
That's one of the best goddamn stories I've ever heard in my life.
That was so funny when you said that. But the point is, like, people go to WrestleMania and they dress. It's like going to your high school prom. Are you gonna go to your high school prom wearing flip flops and a t-shirt? No, you're gonna fucking go buy like literally women go and spend hundreds and like thousands of dollars on prom. It's like getting married in a big church, and you come out there in flip flops and a tank top and some booty shorts, and you're the guy.
No, I'm good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
So
good.
Goldberg shows up wearing some Adidas fucking workout shorts to WrestleMania.
That's what I'm wearing right now. I'm wearing the same
Right?
thing Goldberg wore to WrestleMania.
The only problem is it probably fits you because it didn't fit
hold on, did you
Goldberg's
say
ass.
Adidas
It was
shorts? I'm wearing
ridiculous.
Adidas shorts too, actually.
I'm wearing Under Armour pants. But point is, you show up. There's a saying: you dress for the job you want. So Goldberg was dressing as a high school basketball coach. for WrestleMania.
All of a sudden,
A
I'm thinking about
shirtless
Goldberg
middle
as
school
coach. I'm thinking about him as Coach Buzzcut from Beavis and Butthead.
Right? Give it 20. I'm just saying, it's funny, man. Like this whole, once again, the WWE, they make movies. They make movies. That's all I can say. They fucking make movies.
You get
So-
it?
But I'm
Ow.
just not down with Goldberg. The Goldberg thing doesn't work for me. You could tell the cheers and chants were piped in. The crowd wasn't feeling it like they expected them to, and I'm just not excited for that match at all.
I will say this right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record and say this right now because I just saw a tweet that was sent to me. Big Damo, the husband of Nikki Ash, Nikki Cross, fuck it, the husband of Nikki Cross, Big Damo. You guys know him as Killian Dane.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killian Dane just posted on his Twitter. It was working, but you didn't cry, didn't get salty online, didn't hate on your peers' success. Instead, you worked crazy hard in the gym. You worked crazy hard in the ring. You went above and beyond to get the pitch, and you nailed it. You finished your day as the WWE Women's Champion. Congratulations, wife. I love you. That's some cool shit.
Yes,
That's really sweet of him.
That's some cool shit.
That's very sweet of him.
Yeah. I mean, he got fired. So what they do?
Yeah.
They gave his wife the championship.
Like it's cool when
Just
spouses
like-
can acknowledge their like the other one's shit and not be like, I don't know, resentful in this business.
Just like Aleister Black or Malachi Black, Tommy Inn,
Mm-hmm.
shows up at NXT.
Mhm.
His wife, Selena Vega, posted some real cool, positive shit.
Mhm.
She shows up on Raw. I mean, she shows up at the Money in the Bank, gets her ass handed to her, gets embarrassed.
Oh,
Yeah,
there was something I was going to mention, something about the Karrion Cross thing that you kind of reminded me of. You know what? There's something else about the Karrion Cross thing that makes this even worse. There's a way for it to get worse.
Oh God.
Today's his birthday.
Oh, happy
Oh, yeah, that's
birthday!
right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the big show. Getting your ass beat on your birthday.
Dropped out on your birthday.
Fuck. I mean, hey, I lost the BCW championship on my birthday and a tooth thanks to Buddy Highway.
Ah!
Yeah, that's right. I said it. Shout out to my boy Buddy Highway. So overall, this show started off hot and finished nicely, but the in between was chock full of truly awful booking. The crowd being back certainly made things feel better, but it takes a few weeks for it to truly balance out, and we'll see how the WWE will be working with this. #Raw. That was from WrestleViews.com.
Mhm.
Raw is still really awful wrestling.
Yes.
The storylines are bad. It's really hard to put the most phenomenal wrestler in the WWE, AJ Styles, in a match, and it fucking suck.
Yeah.
But the pay-per-view, that tag team title match was horrible. AJ's back had to hurt because he carried all three of the motherfuckers. And I'm friends with both members of the War I'm friends with both members of,
Raiders.
like, personal friends. They're both members of the War Raiders. I'm sorry, because
Raiders
they're
of
never going
Lost
to be the
Ark.
Viking Raiders or Viking Experience or whatever the fuck that Vince called them. But those guys are great. Keith Lee coming back and challenging for the WWE Championship, wrestling against Bobby Lashley. Okay, so Lashley hits a one-arm spine buster and he spears Lee to get the win.
Well, pal, you got to start at the bottom like everybody else.
Can I ask you one question, though, ladies and gentlemen, the listening here and the ones here on the panel? I've been in I've been in a couple thousand wrestling matches in 29 years. I've had crowd members yell and say horrible shit to me during matches. I've been involved in crazy, chaotic working matches where just pretty much everything, including the kitchen sink, in some matches, the kitchen sink were used. And once again, fans talk so much shit that it's kind of like par for the course, right? Why is MVP? Why is the MVP's voice is like the most distracting thing in professional wrestling? I mean,
oh my god,
look,
like why they use it all the time?
Question.
there was a match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania Night 1. Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley.
I remember this.
Drew's getting ready for the Claymore kick. He's tuning up the band. He's ready to fucking lay waste to Bobby Lashley. As he's running to give him the Claymore kick, MVP says, "Hey, Drew." And he stops and looks at him like, huh? Okay. Now, that happened several times. I like Keith Lee. I really like Keith Lee. And I want to know I want to know who the agent was for this match. Who actually put this match together for them?
Michael Hayes still employed by the company.
Yes, Michael Hayes is still employed by the company, and I'm pretty sure I hope it wasn't him because he's a fucking idiot if he did this. Why is MVP shouting at, "Hey, Keith Lee," and Keith Lee stops? Can someone explain to me why my MVP's voice is like chloroform to people?
Yep. I mean, I was gonna say if Michael Hayes is sober today, then we can probably write him out of that equation. Otherwise, you kind of have to put him at the top of the list.
Well, that's how Bobby Lashley won the match tonight, because as Keith Lee was setting up the pounce, as he got ready to hit Lashley with it, MVP shouts, "Hey, Keith Lee!" And Keith Lee's like, "Huh? Me?" Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about finding ways to make your talent look stupid?
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna scream out the other person's name.
Yeah.
We should. Yeah, we got to book that. We got to find a way to book that.
I wonder if you can just do that in just general life, like you're driving down the street and the light's about to turn red.
Oh my God,
and you want to get through the red light and you scream, "Hey!" Will they all stop so you can go through? Or if you're at a bank,
bro,
right, and you're depositing your check, and you see someone next to you with a whole shitload of money, if you just look at them and say, "Hey," are they gonna forget what they're doing? You can take their money,
dude.
Seriously,
I'm not lying right now. You literally just gave me a fucking idea for a vignette.
Oh God,
dude, I'm serious. I'm gonna do a promo and just be like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." Hold on, hey, just stop what I'm doing.
No, seriously, so. We'll just do this vignette where we'll have you in your car. You're going to be driving down. We'll have you driving down Gleason, and then you'll see some guy at a crosswalk. He's going, and you just sort of, "Hey!" The guy stops, and then flattens the guy, runs his ass over.
I got a better idea. Let me look up the WWE schedule real quick.
Oh God, no!
I just have an idea. And it may work. I mean, it seems to be working everywhere else. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna show up at the WWE when they're in Las Vegas. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a 24/7 title match.
Oh God.
I'm gonna jump the guardrail.
Oh my God.
As I'm gonna slide the ring and say, "Hey!" and I'm gonna pin whoever the champion is, because they're gonna be fucking frozen in time. They're gonna know what the fuck to do. Like, oh shit! Hi, 1, 2, 3.
Apparently that's the one thing you can do to discombobulate anybody in the wrestling industry.
Right? Like you can hit them with chairs and I don't know, kendo sticks and all that other shit, and they I don't know, make all sorts of noise, do all sorts of shit. But if you yell "Hey,"
right?
No,
it's over.
That trumps everything.
Thousands of fucking fans are screaming your name and how much they hate you. And John Cena.
There you go. That's a good one.
Also, hey! Hey, there it is. What? Fucking done.
Oh,
Done.
Because wrestling fans are stupid. Apparently, that's what Vince McMahon wants you to believe.
Eh.
But
yeah.
it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. So the whole rundown. Nikki ASH is your new Raw Women's Champion. Jeff Hardy beats Karrion Kross. Bobby Lashley beats Keith Lee. Of course, Sheamus beats Humberto Carrillo because that guy couldn't win a match if his opponent didn't show up. Reginald is the new 24/7 champion. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler lost once again to Natalya and Tamina because no one's meaner than Tamina. Jackson Riker defeated Elias in a Symphony of Destruction match, and Riddle and the Viking Raiders defeated AJ Styles, Omos, and John Morrison. That is your. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. And Goldberg shows up.
Shows up. So
Goldberg shows up and says,
Sorta.
"You're next."
So
yeah, well, you're
another
next.
one of the rumors I wanted to bring up real quick. Let me see if I can find this. Here we go. So let's see. How valid do we think this could possibly end up being with all recent events taken into consideration?
I put nothing past WWE.
A backup idea WWE has discussed for WrestleMania in 2022 is The Rock and one of the Usos versus Roman Reigns and one of the Usos in a tag team match. This would be if Rock can't do a straight singles match.
Just because he hasn't done it in forever?
It's more about protecting him
'Cause
in
it's the
his
movies?
yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Because apparently he's got to be filming Black Adam around that time, right?
Yeah.
No, Black
I can
Adam was already
understand
wrapped.
Okay, got to be something else then. But
Well-
yeah,
Probably in general, just because he's all big famous. But like, I don't know. That kind of makes sense a little bit. I don't know.
I mean,
I
it
don't know
makes
if I
sense.
like it, but
Yeah, that's what I mean. I hate the idea because the money match is obviously Rock versus Roman Reigns,
like singles, yeah.
but knowing WWE, knowing Vince McMahon, this would probably be the match they would go with if they wanted to do the safe thing.
Okay,
Fair.
so I think it's plausible because I did hear that Jey Uso is going to team with The Rock, and Jimmy Uso is going to team with Roman Reigns at this WrestleMania to build to a Roman versus Rock main event at WrestleMania in Hollywood.
Okay.
Now, granted, that would make sense. I mean, we talked about the other scenario that we were kind of fantasy booking last week. Honestly, I kind of like that one a lot better. Not gonna lie. But if they're gonna do this, I wouldn't be terribly upset if it happened. Just disappointed.
Wouldn't be terribly upset, just super disappointed.
Exactly.
If they did the solo one later, I guess it'd be, I don't know. I don't get why Jay would team with Rock and Jimmy team with Roman, though. It feels like they're building to where, like, Jimmy's the one that's, I don't know, still kind of like hesitant and weird about it.
Well, it might be that way around because I know that the way even Cheryl says it right now. They already had one of the brothers who was iffy in support of Roman, and
Right.
when they won the tag belts last night, you can see it. Roman's like, I did that for you, and he's like, yeah, you do shit for us. Like,
Pretty much.
he was out there doing it, So that whole bloodline storyline, that gimmick, if I wrote that storyline, that's what I would have. I would have that happen because it makes the most sense.
Truthfully, I mean, it would all depend on how many shows you could get to Dwayne for. Like if you can get him for more than just Mania, then if it were me, I would consider maybe pulling the trigger on doing that tag match at I don't know, maybe the Rumble, and then do the one-on-one at WrestleMania, and
I like
then
that.
do the rematch. After you do the fuck finish at the first WrestleMania, and then you do the rematch where you can have Rock go over clean, and then
That would mean, but that wouldn't work for the simple fact that The Rock has to win the first one. That's why a tag team match would be good, because if Roman loses the first match at Mania against The Rock, he can always be like, "Oh, it was this fucker who got pinned. It wasn't me. I'm still the head of the table."
fair.
You know what I mean? It's the classic Ric Flair and Arn Anderson versus Sting and Ronnie Garvin, right? Ronnie Garvin's challenging Ric Flair for the world title, but he pins Arn Anderson, so he won the match. But okay, it's cool. You won the fucking match, but you didn't beat me.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I get you. I mean, it's basically the booking model that New Japan relied on for years and years. That way they could get that way you didn't give away the one-on-one match while you were building it up.
You made that mean something.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
That's just us booking the show. WWE would not do that. Like,
right?
Like, fuck it. Let's put our champion in a non-title match and have him get beat clean. Xavier Woods going over on fucking Bobby Lashley a week before pay-per-view.
Random.
Yeah.
Same shit.
You're giving away the money match, not giving it any chance to build, because then when the real match, the big money is what's supposed to be the big money match happens, nobody gives a shit.
Exactly.
And then you do it again, and then nobody really gives a shit, and they don't ever want to see it again.
I don't understand
Once again, it's how you fucking make mistakes. You put a match together, and if you don't have the way you book a successful show is you book from the end to the beginning.
Right.
You start with the finish, and you say, "Okay, this is how I want it to end. Now let's see how we get there." The WWE, they book a show. Let's do this week and see how we like it this week. Oh wait, we're gonna fucking put the tag belts on Tony and DS. But wait a second, no, let's make them lose the tag team match the night before a big pay-per-view, just so they can win to two jobbers. Let's get two homeless guys off the street and put them in the ring and put them over.
So then when they win the match the next night, nobody gives a shit, and their heat's already dead.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a thing called momentum.
Exactly.
Yeah. They don't believe in building.
I mean, and I do appreciate that you mentioned, the whole storytelling process. I mean, that's storytelling 101, not just in professional wrestling, but whether you're writing a book, whether you're making a movie, even when you're making a music album. You start with your ending, and then you build your way back. That way, you know every little detail to get to that ending, and you can kind of fill in the gaps, in case, let's say you need to make some adjustments here and there. Let's say somebody gets hurt, you still have a way around it.
Well, see, that's why WWE is such a mess, because if you do it that way, you know where you're going to. If I'm running a race, I can see the finish line. Okay, I'm going to get there. But if I don't have a finish line, I'm just running all over the fucking place. I have no idea what's going on, and it doesn't make any sense.
That makes sense.
Precisely.
That does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I totally 1000% agree with that, man. Like, in order to get to Z, you gotta go through A through, you gotta start at A, right? These motherfuckers are starting at M, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should go to fucking Z. Oh, let's go to X. Wait, let's go to B." Like, yeah, they're crisscrossing back and forth, and it's like they're confusing themselves.
And you know what's even more fucked up when we mention this? These are supposed TV writers who should know these things.
That's fair. Like
Yeah,
can't
but you know
afford
what? A
to
lot of these
face
guys are soap opera writers and shit like that. And if you ever watch soap operas, when I was with my grandmother or staying with my mom when I was growing up, watching them shows, they were the same. They just went on and on and on and on and on. And I want to feel like I'm watching wrestling. I want to see the end game. I would have much preferred Big E show up and beat the shit out of Lashley today, cash in that belt and win. Things that make sense. Nothing about wrestling makes sense right now when you're watching Raw. They had one good show. It's like, I hate to use this, but it's like, okay, the pay-per-view was your fix. Here's a good fix. And then I'm going to give you shit for 6 months. Then we'll give you one other good show. So just when you're starting to lose hope, oh, look, here's a little bit of hope. This is good. Oh, no, gone to shit again. A couple months pass. We'll give you another good little show. And then we'll keep going that way.
And it's funny. We're talking about this. We're talking about this, and I was mentioning before. I was watching the Impact Slammiversary show just before we got on the air here, and I was looking at the results and spoilers for their most recent TV, and when Impact is doing better storytelling, more cohesive storytelling than you are, there is a problem here. There is a serious problem.
Me and DS were talking the other night on a show we did about pettiness in professional wrestling.
That's true.
The WWE decided, and I remember now, it was Jacksonville. They're running a show in Jacksonville because AEW is running a show in Jacksonville, so they decided to run a show in Jacksonville the same night to try to counteract the AEW show. When you are so obsessed with your opponents, when you're so obsessed with your competition that your competition is ruining your own show, when you are burying your own talent and shitting on your own talent because because the competition is doing better, like, it's ridiculous.
There's problems.
You got fucking Goldberg coming back to the WWE. Goldberg walks in and immediately he has his contract where he gets like two big matches a year and that's it. Yeah. Like, that's a great contract. You only gotta work twice a year and you're getting paid fucking millions. Great. Fucking big money shit right there. Yeah, but the WWE still is involved with one of those what did they say it was? Oh my God. They're not doing good financially, so they have to cancel contracts
or whatever.
Yeah, all that other bullshit.
Even after that $1 billion contract with NBC Universal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, let's not even fucking bring up Peacock. Fuck that shit. I hate peacocks. Look, I'll tell you a story. I got attacked by a peacock one time. These motherfuckers came into my car. Like, literally, they surrounded my car, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know that the pretty peacocks were the boys, and the ugly shit brown one was the girl. So I thought it was the other way around. Like, they fucking swarmed my car, and I was like, I'm about to get killed by this fucking peacocks, right? Since that day, I've been like, fuck peacocks.
Fuck peacocks.
After last night trying to watch the fucking pay-per-view, fuck the Peacock Network.
It was so bad. It was so skippy for so long.
I didn't have that problem because I still run off the network.
How?
Well, lucky you.
I'm not in America.
Is that like the only is it just like in America that happened, period?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I understand, yeah.
That's so dumb.
I still have like the old WWE network, the same way it was before the Peacock thing and whatever, and it works great for me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you need to know where to get a VPN, anyway.
That's right. Let's get the VPNs.
You know what? We need to get that's what we need to do. We need to get a VPN as a sponsor on this show.
What's that VPN that's a sponsor on Wrestle Talk? Is it like Surfshark? Surfshark VPN, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to see the Canadian version of the WWE Network, get yourself Surfshark VPN.
Nice.
That's right. Okay, so here's the thing. We can talk shit about the way the booking in WWE is. We can talk about the matches. We can talk about how horrible things are.
Yeah.
Now, storyline wise, the best storyline in all of professional wrestling, and this is just my opinion. You know, not those of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling podcast, but mine and mine alone.
Sure.
Adam Page and Kenny Omega. That storyline has been going since before AEW existed.
I get you.
That's story like 3 years. That has storyline written all over it. WWE, let's make Nikki the women's champion right after she wins the Money in the Bank, just so she can lose it in a week later. Hey, let's bring in Bad Bunny and put him with Damian Priest, and they can wrestle The Miz and John Morrison, and then Bad Bunny will disappear, and Damian Priest will be a fucking jobber again. Let's do that.
Where is Damian Priest?
Who?
Damn it.
You know, that,
The booking is so bad. Randy Orton was like, "Hey, I'm taking my time off. Bye."
yeah,
Right in the middle of the
exactly.
RK Bro thing, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here. I'll see you later."
Where'd he go to?
And then
Home.
Drew McIntyre is supposed to be a face, but he's doing these stupid like, yeah, well, I was fucking 10 years old. My great aunt gave me this sword that we used to slay dragons with. Shut the fuck up.
He didn't really do any of that tonight, though. He was kind of
Because they broke his
Normal.
sword. Oh wait a minute, they didn't break his sword. He had a spare one.
Oh,
He had
Jesus
the real
Christ.
one. Where fucking Jinder Mahal came with his fucking Vespa. Now Jinder's a motorcycle gang with fucking the other two guys, and I'm just saying, man. But the longest reigning storyline in the history of WWE is the 24/7 title.
Yeah. You know, and I'm glad that you actually. I'm glad you brought up the Adam Page and Kenny Omega feud. So, actually, here's an interesting question for the whole panel here. So, obviously, the end game is to have a Kenny Omega Adam Page title match.
Mhm.
But when do you think it's actually going to happen? Because there's two major AEW events coming up almost back to back. Now, you could have it, what is it, All Out? You could have it at the All Out event. Or you can wait 1 month and you can do it at their big New York debut where they've sold out Arthur Ashe Stadium, where they're going to have, 10, 15,000 people. So it's kind of a good problem to have, but at the same time, you kind of gotta be careful here.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
I feel like we should wait. I
Yeah.
don't know. We've already waited. Why not wait like the next month until like the bigger?
I think they will wait because I think the payoff is there. When he finally wins that title, the arena is going to explode.
Oh my God, I
Exactly.
think
And
so.
that's kind of why I'm thinking
Yeah.
it seems like initially they were planning to lead up to All Out.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like now you have an even more golden opportunity where you could have the match in New York instead. I mean, either way, I suppose you could, you win either way, no matter which way you do it. But there's a potentially bigger payoff if you wait 1 month. And I say potentially.
They're able to do that because there's so much going on. I mean, right now they've got like Impact is working with AEW and NWA and AAA, so they could prolong it by giving you a million different storylines, little storylines, and then save that for the big ending, so to speak.
Exactly. And in fact, that was something that I wanted to bring up with the when I was looking through the Impact results, because obviously spoiler here, but now that Jay White has shown
Yeah.
up at Impact, and now, and again, we're talking storylines that have an ending. So you've basically your storyline between Jay White and David Finlay, which is going to culminate at an NJPW event in LA. But you've got this interesting little, you got this kind of a road bump here where you've got them kind of going at each other in Impact on the way there.
Mhm.
Well,
So
that whole forbidden door thing,
exactly, it gives you a lot of different possibilities here.
Well,
You can
Like-
really do
this.
you
You'll
can
never
do a
get those
lot.
possibilities in WWE.
No, you will not.
What
No,
a
you
time,
will-
though.
Yeah,
You
right?
literally have every other company that isn't WWE, every major organization being like, hey, let's all work together and fuck that guy.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Every one of them.
And then,
Yeah.
I mean, with Mickey James showing up in Impact, and now she's basically recruiting for the what is it, Empower, for
Yeah.
the women's organization that's going to be a part of the Billy Corgan NWA.
Yeah.
So you've got that little wrinkle happening. So who knows what that could end up leading to?
And you know my whole opinion on the NWA. Just quite honestly, like it's going down, man. Like if you aren't a fan of professional wrestling, like I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're not a fan of professional wrestling, something is fucking wrong with you. Because let me rephrase that. If you're not a fan of professional wrestling in general, not WWE, because see, WWE
Right.
is not professional wrestling.
No, yeah.
Like people will say, "Oh yeah, WWE is great." No, they're not professional wrestling.
No.
WWE has even said it itself.
Yeah.
They make movies.
Yeah. They are
That's fair.
sports entertainment, pal.
Yeah. So for me, being a professional wrestler, I always grew up wanting to be an NWA guy.
Yep.
Like that was my thing, because NWA was wrestling.
Mhm.
WWE was comic books and ice cream bars and Saturday morning cartoons.
Yep.
I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I want to be that guy who got in the ring and beat the shit out of someone, and people looked at it like, "Wow, that's professional wrestling."
Yep.
Yeah.
The hocus pocus bullshit, that ain't wrestling.
Oh my god.
When I got into wrestling, originally what got me into wrestling, I'm from the East Coast of Canada. I started watching wrestling with Grand Prix Wrestling. Emile Dupree was the promoter here. And that's what I watched. That's what I idolized. And that was very much that style of wrestling. I got to work for Rene Dupree like 3 years ago. I reffed one of his tours up here. So that was kind of I got to work for the son of the promoter that I adored when I was a kid.
Yeah. And that, I mean, I can only imagine that's got to be a huge that's a huge accomplishment in and of itself. And Grand Prix Wrestling, they had a pretty good thing going there with and Emile Dupree, and he was bringing in a lot of the guys from I think he brought in the Sheik quite a bit, as I recall. A lot of guys from a lot of the other surrounding territories.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had an interesting little, and I say little only just because there not a lot of towns to run in that area, but they drew like a motherfucker.
Yeah, absolutely. And that goes back to what he was saying with the NWA. That was very much that style of wrestling. The Grand Prix Wrestling guys, it was the Vachons and Leo Burke and guys like that. They were just fighters. They were wrestlers.
Yeah. Definitely a very very reminiscent of the 60s and 70s, in the United States, of stuff that we were used to hearing about, the likes of Bachwiegel and Gagne, for example.
Yeah.
No, there was I think honestly, Grand Prix was one of the between Grand Prix, Stampede, and even Portland Wrestling were probably some of the last true territories that would still run that kind of style.
Yeah.
It was a very trying time back in the day, man.
I can imagine.
Now it's just the randomness of professional wrestling.
There's some good and there's some bad, but so got the chief in here. Glad that you're up and around. So yeah, we should probably address this now. I mean, we're getting pretty close to the end here, and we need to talk about this for better or worse.
Okay, so here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to shoot straight from the hip.
Yep.
BCW Worldwide was set to open this Sunday live from a new location.
And it was going to be, it was kind of interesting because, when we mentioned that we were going to be doing this Monday show, so that we would literally have a whole week to build up this big return show, a new venue right in the heart of right in inner Northeast Portland, right by the Moda Center, in the middle of everything. I mean, you could not even a mile away from some of the biggest venues, anything within the Portland area, accessible any which way. This was going to be probably if not the biggest, one of the biggest shows in BCW Worldwide's entire history. But it's not happening.
And it's not happening, ladies and gentlemen, because of one person.
Yep.
She is the commissioner of the State Athletic Commission in Portland, Oregon. Her name is Trista. She has decided that no professional wrestling is going to be ran in the state of Oregon until every promoter gets all their shit in. Every company gets their license, their insurance, their promoter's book, all the fucking shit you need to run a show. Now, here's the thing. If the governor of fucking Oregon opens the state up July 1st,
and she has.
If basketball, youth basketball, football, wrestling, hockey, fucking badminton, crocheting, cricket.
Just literally, this past weekend, I was running the event production for youth basketball in Southwest Portland, and there was no distancing required, no mask requirement, as long as you were showing, as long as you had some proof of vaccination. I mean, it was basically what you would have expected pre-pandemic.
I was going to say normal life.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm not mad at the simple fact that. Hold on one second. Some news just popped up. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at the simple fact that she is trying to get things situated so we can all live a normal life again, right? I'm not mad at that.
Yep.
What I'm mad at is that we, BCW Worldwide, had all our shit turned in, and now we have to.
That was gonna be what I was gonna.
Person.
That's what I was gonna lead into.
So I don't get it. Like, that's like saying, hey, we're gonna wait for everybody to pay their bills on time before we allow you to have electricity. Or we're gonna go ahead and say everybody has to do everyone has to pay their their light bill or your lights get shut off too.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
they
doesn't
paid
make
mine.
any
That doesn't
sense.
fucking
Zero
exactly.
That
It doesn't make any fucking
stupid.
sense. So it's
My
like
neighbor didn't pay the power bill, so I'm not going to have power or cable for the rest of the week
Yeah.
until they
Exactly.
turn. Yeah.
That's so fair.
and not to
That's
sound like a dick, but I'm gonna sound like a dick, and I don't care who care. I don't care who fucking you don't at me. If you do, fuck you. I don't care. Half the guys that run shows in Oregon are fucking flakes anyway.
Yeah.
You draw 20, 30 fucking
Oh,
people at a show. So when a company is drawing 300 to 400 fucking people, you want to shut that company down. Those people, the wrestlers that work for BCW Worldwide are all guys that are stressing. Just exciting, the BCW Worldwide champion is stressing because he
I
wants to
know.
come back
Just
to perform.
exciting. I know he
You know-
was especially pissed when he heard
Exactly.
about
He wants
this.
to perform in front of you guys.
Well-
Miko Maestro, who came from fucking Finland, wants to come and perform in front of all you guys, all the fans here in Portland.
Yeah.
We have our fucking BCW Worldwide's like fucking hotline is blowing up daily.
Yeah.
When you
And
guys coming
again,
back? When you guys
I
coming back?
want to emphasize we are the only promotion in the state who had everything legally and physically ready to go this weekend. Actually, we could have been running before this weekend if we really wanted to.
But the problem is, you get one person who can't get their shit together, so now everybody has to fucking suffer.
Exactly.
Well,
usually ruins
that
it for everybody.
sucks because most of the time, most wrestling promotions are run by shitty, sleazy, backhanded guys who won't. They'll try to find
do.
fucking corners to cut.
Jeff Manning.
Once again, those are the
Damn.
comments of
Went in.
Tony to Bern.
So
and those are the
yeah, the
Roundtable
fact that
podcast.
you have to rely on everybody else, that sucks because you're gonna get fucked.
That's not how business runs, ladies and gentlemen. McDonald's doesn't wait for fucking Carl's Jr. or Jack in the Box to get their shit together. No, they run their fucking shit. And
Yeah.
the commissioner, she's doing. I don't know if she's the only one, like if she's by herself, if like she needs fucking help. But here's my thing: if the WWE called and said we want to run in fucking Portland, Oregon, do you think she's gonna be like, nope, sorry, you can't do it until October? I fucking doubt that fucking shit highly.
Yeah, that one thing we should address that real quick. So that's the new date, October 1st.
So
Well,
I'm gonna say this
or
right
whatever
now.
or whatever the first Sunday after that is.
I'm gonna say this right now, and I'm not saying, I'm not condoning, I'm not asking you, I'm not pushing anyone to contact the State Athletic Commission on behalf of professional wrestling in the state of Oregon. I'm not saying do that. I'm not saying you should
Also saying
contact the
not
State
to.
Athletic Commission and say how unfair it is. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is, let your voices be heard. If you want professional wrestling back, say something. But don't say you heard it from the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Because we ain't trying to cause no drama. There ain't going to be no tea spilled on this show. What I am saying is this. I personally think it's unfair that promoters, people, wrestlers, business owners, we have been fucked constantly. All we want to do is run a wrestling show. Like it's not like we're committing felonies or it's not like we're fucking doing bad shit. We want to entertain the masses. We want to entertain the fans. Every Sunday night, we want to do a show and make you people, the fans who support the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast, who support professional wrestling, who support local businesses. We want to give back to you guys. And we can't do that as long as we're being put in a position to where we can't. Businesses
down
are
by the
shutting
man.
down. It's been a year and a half, almost 2 years since BCW Worldwide, since WCWC, since fucking NWWA, DOA Pro Wrestling, Power Pit Pro Wrestling. What's that fucking place down in Astoria?
PNPW.
PNPW. Like, it's been so long since any one of us has been involved in a professional wrestling show here in Portland, Oregon. We just want to run the show. So make your voices heard, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't like what's going on, fucking say something. Because a closed mouth don't get fed. You miss every shot that you don't take. Even the money shot, ladies and gentlemen. And with that being said, this has been the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your boy, the franchise player, Double B Bad Blood. That is your
sorry,
boy.
I accidentally dropped that address. Sorry.
Oh shit! Oops. What?
Oh,
wait,
shit.
wait. No, wait, that didn't happen on the podcast. Whoa, wait. Anyway, that's your boy Tony the Burns. That's your boy the Mask. Look, guys. Give me your Twitter. Give me Twitter handles.
Mine's
Oh.
like
Mass Babyface.
That's right, ladies.
Mine's like it's my little thing.
Baby face. And hers, DS, this is right there. Look,
Yeah.
explain your username again.
My handle? Okay.
Yes.
If you've never heard of Mickey Avalon, I'm sure you've probably actually heard the song My Dick. It's been in
Google
like
it.
movies and on shows. Yeah. And so like in the chorus, he says like DS is the best in the business. And then he says, PS, we got dicks like Jesus. But like because my initials are DS, like I've always used that little like as in an acronym where it's like DS is the best in the business. That's where it came from.
I like it.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't hate it. There we go.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. Wow. And we are demonetized this week.
Oh God.
And that is the 20th week in a row now.
Oh man, we are fucking gonna break records, man.
We're on fire.
Tony, tell people where they can find us every week on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Every single week, you can find us on Xfinity and Prism TV in the Portland and Vancouver areas every Monday night at 10 p.m. on Channel 11 and on every Tuesday night, Channel 22 on Xfinity and Channel 8002 on Prism at 10 p.m. Our brand new time slot on Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. on Channel 23 Xfinity and Channel 8003 Prism. And another time slot coming very soon, which we will be announcing very, very soon. So stay tuned.
And you can find us available on Amazon, Google, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and any of the major platforms you can find a podcast on. You can also find us every week here on the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast on Facebook. You can find us in the Facebook group. Just type in the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. You can find us on Twitter as well. And you know what? Because the State Athletic Commission won't let us run shows, some of us are fucking broke. And with that being said, support the channel. To support the channel is real simple. You go to anchor.fm/the Roundtable Podcast /support. Help your boys out so we can pay some of these bills. Speaking of paying bills, God damn it, Tony, we didn't play any sponsors tonight.
No, we didn't.
Oh man, look. Let's hit an ad break real quick.
Professional wrestling is one of the toughest sports going today. If you ever dreamed of being a professional wrestler, then former WWE superstar and World Tag Team Champion Sir Mo of the famed tag team Men on a Mission invites you, yes, you, to join his Bumps and Bruises Academy. Now in 2 locations in Carrollton, Texas and Sherwood, Arkansas. Allow Sir Mo and his head coach, Dante Smiley, and other coaches to get you on the road to an exciting and rewarding career. Classes forming now for your shot. Contact Sir Mo at 704-819-7312 or fill out an information questionnaire now. Don't wait, make your dreams come true today by joining the Bumps and Bruises Pro Wrestling Academy.
Hi, this is James Beard with SWE Fury, and you're watching the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast.
Sometimes you got to pay a little bills. You can also find my clothing line, the 503 Originals. You can go to www.503originals.com. Get yourself hats, beanies, gloves, jumpsuits, shorts, bras, panties, wherever they sell. Hats, you name it, they got it. www.503originals.com. If you want to get a fly-ass haircut, go to Big D's Barbershop in Vancouver, ladies and gentlemen. Big D know how to cut you up real good. And once again, with that being said, thank you for joining us here this week on this Motley Crew version of the Roundtable Pro Wrestling Podcast. We will be back next Wednesday at our usual day and time. Until then, call the commissioner.